Why in the hell would anyone choose to speak in public? It's one of our greatest fears as humans. In this video, I'm going to explain why did I not only choose to speak in public, but make it a cornerstone of our business. My name's Shawn Walchef. I own Cali Barbecue in San Diego. We've been in business for the last 18 years, 3 locations. We've failed miserably. We've succeeded. Our goal with this channel is to share all of the secrets of how do we turn a barbecue business into a media business. We've done over $2 million in brand deals and with client work, and our goal is to build in public. Let's get into today's topic. Why did I start public speaking? I think the beginning of public speaking was when we had no one coming to tell our story. I was terrified that we were going to fail as business owners because we couldn't get people to come into our restaurants. So I started speaking on video, on social media. And I know that's a lot different from getting on stage and having your own personal keynote presentation where it's up to you to hold the audience together, but it's got to start somewhere. And that's why we make these videos, is we want you to feel more comfortable getting on podcasts, hosting your own podcast, starting your own YouTube channel, getting on the local news. All of these are all reps, and they all build up to the opportunities when someone sees you speak in public, when someone sees me at the US Foods Show and the Food Fanatic event, and I share my personal story. That was 23 years in the making. I started figuring out what were we going to go back and tell once we went on stage. And that's something that I want to express in this video, is that in the beginning, it's going to suck. You're going to stutter. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to feel nervous. You're going to be anxious, because I was still anxious just recently at that US food stage, because I knew how personal I was going to get on stage. I knew how emotional it was. In fact, I practiced that speech tirelessly for weeks, if not months before, because I knew that I was going to cry. And I did cry on stage because it meant so much to me to share the stories of my grandfather and him asking me to help him with his story. My wife was in the audience. It was very difficult for her to see me vulnerable on stage. My children, my son, Colleen, my daughter, Mila, Eric, my business partner, my CFO, Will Eppard from Toast, Josh Downing from US Foods, they were all in the audience, hundreds of people. And more importantly, is we use the stage theory, which David Meltzer has taught me, is that we record everything. It doesn't matter if there were 3 people in the audience, because we record it and we repurpose it for our restaurant technology Substack, and because we use it on YouTube, and because we put it on LinkedIn and we put it on Instagram. It reaches thousands, if not tens of thousands of people who might need to hear the story, that personal story about their relationship with their father or their mother or their grandfather or their grandmother, about why they started the business, why they do the things that they do. After that speech, I had so many restaurant owners come up to me, almost in tears, choked up, saying they needed to hear that. They needed to hear that their story mattered. Now, these are entrepreneurs, business owners that have given everything, risked everything. Some of them are thriving. Some of them are struggling. But we are all in the same place that we want to improve. That's why we make these videos. Public speaking is something that will not come easy. It is a craft that I study relentlessly. I'm studying comedians. I'm studying the great orators, the great public speakers, learning how to get more personal. One of the most important things that you can do if you get the opportunity to speak at an event, number one, prepare, but more importantly, promote the event. We've been in the event business. We've put on barbecue festivals in front of our restaurant. We've done professional barbecue contests. And I know the people that we partner with, we need help. Everyone needs help learning about where should we go, where should we spend our time, where should we spend our money. And we did everything that we could to help US Foods not only promote their event, but capture the event. And after the event, get ready for next year. Because if anyone puts on a great event, the goal is to how do you improve it next year? The way that you improve it with better education, better speakers, better content. And the only way to do that is to share. A rising tide lifts all ships. Reach out to me anytime. I'm weirdly available on all the platforms. Please subscribe, share this video if you know somebody that is getting ready to go and give a public speech.